remove bankruptcies, get a 700 credit score, FICO 10. We're talking about it all right now. How can you do this for yourself, or how can we do it for you? 609creditrepair.com, where you can get the do-it-yourself beyond committed package, or we can do the work for theawesomelifegroup.com. Apologies for being a little late here. I had some difficulties here, but we are live now. And again, I'm going to put my email address here. Okay. Put my email address here. So, you know, I get to going. I get to rolling. I see some questions. I answer some questions. I get to going back and forth. And sometimes I miss a question, right? Yes, Jerome, technical difficulties. Yes, I try not to blame Jerome all the time. But yes, indeed, Jerome, we did have some issues there. So, hey, Latoya Williams says, hey, good to see you. So again, I'm answering questions. Get to talking, get to going. Apologize if I miss some of your questions. I have my emails here, so we are good to go, okay? I want to read this to you. Bernal Mitchell has written in a couple of times. It says, great news and success, disputed with LexisNexis and got bankruptcy removed. Now he's going to dispute with the bureaus. In fact, I'm looking at results from LexisNexis right here. Bankruptcy removed, done, donezo. That's the type of stuff that you want to do when I'm talking about getting these bankruptcy removed. It's 100% possible to get it out of LexisNexis and be able to, you know, dispute it again with the bureaus, okay? There's some other things that have popped up as well that I wanted to share with you. And, you know, I'll print this out next time. Actually, I should share this. But again, we had some technical difficulties here. Right here, I got someone that commented and wrote in on an email saying, hey, the collector sent me a letter. And Zaire. They said, you know, you can share this, but just make sure you scratch out, you know, my information. So I just didn't want to print it out and show it. Okay. Hey, oh my God, Brandon, good afternoon. Shaka McCoy. Sharika McCoy. Hey, good to see you. All right. Cassandra, you just want to add a good positive trade line, a good positive credit line, a good open up a store card, self-lender, anything. You'll boost your score. Boom. Now you got a great credit score, okay? So this individual was like, hey, you know what? I sent out the dispute letters. I got these collectors. I received a letter from them, and it wasn't even 30 days. Thanks. Here's the proof below. Please, if you show, which you have my permission to show, this is living proof. All I ask is you blur out my address. Thanks so much, Selena Jackson. So I really didn't want to pull it up and print it out and all this stuff. But Selena Jackson's letter says, and this is from a collection outsourcing incorporating for an apartment complex. We're talking about apartment complexes. We've talked about evictions. We're talking about all sorts of stuff. And apologies, I have a touch screen here, so if I block the camera for a minute, I apologize. To Selena Jackson, this letter confirms the above account has been canceled in our office. Therefore, our office has requested that this item be removed from your credit report. We advised our office is not notified by the credit bureau when this item is removed, so we suggest that you obtain a copy of your credit report within 120 days. And if the item is still there, contact this office and we will send a second request on your behalf. This communication is not an attempt to collect the debt. Any information obtained. That's a little thing saying like, oh, you know, normally it's a disclaimer. We're going to try to collect the debt. Any information that you give us will be used for that purpose. It's a disclaimer. But as you can see, they are canceling it in their accounts. The collector is doing it from sending validation letters. The collector is canceling it out, and they're going to reach out to and the bureaus and get it out of there. Okay. I'm going to read some of these questions here. And again, I apologize if, you know, people are coming in now. They probably want to, hey, you know, you got questions, answers. I'm putting my emails here as well. Bam. All right. So that was Bodell. That was Selena Jackson. Okay. Good. All right. This is an interesting individual. Had a collection hearing. Shaletta Brentley Williams, okay? Shaletta Brentley Williams. Hey, Brennan, just wanted you to know I won my case, all right? Didn't even have an attorney. And again, this is not legal advice or anything like that. Just reading you people's stuff that they write in, okay? I didn't have an attorney. I had every document I ever sent them. They never admitted it was my debt. They never admitted it was mine. They couldn't prove it was her debt, okay? and never admitted it was my debt. I had gotten every negative item off my credit credit reports. My credit scores are up to 716. All right, now that this collection is removed and she won her case. 716. Okay, this is the type of stuff you can do for yourself. 609creditrepair.com. You got the email support with me. TheAwesomeLifeGroup.com. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Garrett. Let's see here. I might have missed something. Oh, yes, because the first comment did not come through. Okay. Garrett, hope you share my experience with Community Bank. They're ridiculous. Yes. What is your experience? Yeah, you have 1 minute of wisdom. You're awesome. Just want to say now, huge question. Okay. Now, huge question. What can I do when Equifax has removed all my negatives and collections and charge-offs? Of course, following your steps. Now, huge question. What can I do now that 1 minute? Okay. But it doesn't show on my reports for the last 2 months. And when I call them, they say they do not see anything bad on my account, but it doesn't show on my credit report. It seems to, what is this? I don't understand. It seems to sync issue that can I do this happened 2 months ago. Okay. 1 minute of wisdom. Let's slow down. Okay. When you pull your credit reports from a MyFICO or from the bureaus directly, go directly to the bureaus, pull your credit reports. Do you see all the negative items off of your Equifax report? If so, what are you saying? It's a sync issue. Okay. So if it is disputed and done, right, and gone, and that's it, right, and you don't see it on your reports, then all good. Yeah. No, just 3 negatives. 1 minute of wisdom. No, just 3 negatives. 1 minute of wisdom. Do you still have negative items on your credit report? Yes or no? Okay. But you're telling me that they're not supposed to be there anymore because you have proof that they were deleted. Is that correct? So 1 minute of wisdom. You have letters that say deleted from Equifax, but they don't see it on their report. Send them proof, file complaints with the CFPB, send a reinsertion letter if, well, it may or may not have been reinserted. Dispute this negative, nasty, erroneous junk out of Equifax that is still sitting there that you have proof that was deleted, and show the CFPB, show the Better Business Bureau that they're playing games and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay? And let me, okay, I get to going and get to talking. I'm putting my email here again. If I missed your question, I apologize. All right. 1 minute of wisdom says, awesome, great. Okay. Hey there, good day. Who do I send goodwill letter to? The creditor or the credit bureaus? Goodwill letters go to creditors for your late payments. Something that's, paid up, caught up, all this good stuff. And you're sending a goodwill letter for them to adjust this late payment, right? Yeah. You can also dispute late payments with the dispute letters, unverified late payments to the bureaus. You can also put late payment, a special late payment dispute letter in there as well to the bureaus. Okay, we have that in the Beyond Committed package, 609creditrepair.com. All right. How to avoid the hard inquiries, though. Cassandra Smith, if you're getting your own, credit card, that kind of stuff, you may get one hard inquiry. You're saying hard inquiries. Don't apply for more than one credit card at a time. Just get one. Build up slowly, right? Maybe do something that doesn't have the hard inquiry, right? It's a self-lender, self-ink. Because you're saying, Cassandra, you're saying you have no credit. Well, right on self.inc says no credit. Need to build credit? No problem. Self.inc, self-lender. All right. That's an option for you. And people have said it's a great option. People have had good times with that. Okay. People have had boosts from that, you know? Okay. Smithy Boy, I filed Chapter 7, expected discharge on the 31st of this month. How soon can I look forward to getting it removed? Do I have to wait a specific time? Usually when you dispute something, it has to be on your reports, right? So you have to wait for it to be on the reports and see it in LexisNexis and all that good stuff. Usually there's a grace period for the debtors, for the people, the creditors, to potentially come and collect if you had like a big windfall. It's usually 6 months. So you could wait 6 months. That might be the easiest. But if you see it on the reports and you can dispute it, you can go ahead and dispute it. All right. What can I do? 6-year-old repo. It's old. You can definitely dispute that. The bank didn't sell it to a collector. You can dispute it directly with the credit bureaus. Okay. Chances of them having 6-year-old documents is very rare. You can dispute unverified account. You can dispute early exclusion, right? 6 years. It's almost to 7 years of the statutes of limitation. So it's all good. All right. Trying to get the bankruptcy off, sending 609 letter to LexisNexis, get all accounts included in bankruptcy off first, and the bureaus then attack LexisNexis and try to remove the bankruptcy. Yes, LexisNexis and the accounts included with bankruptcy at the same time. That would be great. And then, yeah, you could get those things off. Also, Barbara, if you've moved since your bankruptcy, you want to make sure you update your address. Make sure that the address is not associated with that bankruptcy that's there. That can help as well. All right. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much for the super chat. You're talking about you personally went through ID theft. There's a special, the FTC walkthrough on how to properly do the ID theft procedure, right? So I'll bring that up for you. If you've really gone through a theft recovery, okay. All right. I'll walk you through it. And I think you want to use the most detailed report that you possibly can get, okay, from them. All right. Do you know what the credit score would be to qualify or start applying for business credit cards? Right. So just depends kind of what you have in mind. If you're looking to give a personal guarantee, right, with your own personal credit, and you get into these business credit cards, 660, 670, 680, that's what we think is decent FICO. But you also want to think about, okay, do I have any derogatories on there? It's not just the credit score. Yeah. So do you have derogatories? Do you have a good credit history? Do you have a bunch of hard inquiries? That's not going to look good for business funding either. And those are types of things you want to take care of. Okay. Send the first round of letters. Thank you very much for the super chat. I sent my first round of letters. It was great. But I sent my round 2, and the credit bureau said I need to provide documentation. All right. Documentation. Okay. So this is a stall tactic. And this is the type of stuff that the bureaus will do. Okay. Now they're like, oh, well, it was quote unquote verified. Then you ask, well, wait a minute. How was it verified? And then they'll say, oh, well, we need something else to right? They're not doing their due diligence. They're not saying, this is how we verified, this is what it looks like, this is how it is, we know this to be factual or whatever. They don't do any of that stuff, right? They all sorts of smoke screens, all sorts of stall tactics. So what do? Okay, well, we have a letter here. Okay, let me pull this up. Stall tactic letter. All right. So I'm in receipt of your letter, right, that you sent. I'm upset that your credit reporting agency would try such a blatant stall tactic. I'm demanding that you reinvestigate my credit file on the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 611, 15 U.S.C. 1681. Okay, and it goes on and on. I've enclosed the copy of the original letter, the credit report with the dispute items highlighted. You can highlight them. You can tell them, hey, if you come back with additional stall tactics from your organization, I'm going to have to report you to the FTC, CFPB, Attorney General. It goes on and on. So this is the type of stuff that we know happens. This is par for the course, right? And you can send that out. 1 minute of wisdom. Thank you very much for the super chat. Do you offer a business package to teach us how to build business credit on our own? Ah, that's great. Okay. So I think that's a good idea. Start building something out like that. But I'll tell you right here. So nav.com is great to start looking at your business. Okay. If you have a business, you have EIN, you want to build business credit. So a lot of people are like, I want to build business credit with no personal guarantee. They want to build business credit. Okay. They're not worried about business funding, right? Building business credit and business funding can be considered two different things. If you want to get funding, you want to get some unsecured credit cards, you can use your FICO score and do that, right? You have good FICO, you can apply for a Chase Business Inc. card, like someone was saying here, Amex Gold, Amex Platinum. You can get a B of A card. They report to the business bureaus as well. You can do a lot of that with your personal credit business funding. You're like, I want to build business credit, right? So nav.com is how you can monitor building your business credit. You can monitor the trade lines that you get, the vendors you use, okay? Maybe you're using Quill, Uline. We use that. We use Pitney Bowes. We have, excuse me. We have a Net 30 with the machines that we use out there, the copiers and all that stuff, right? Nav helps us maintain and see where that is, okay? Store cards, Dell, Staples, these things that we utilize, okay? Thank you very much for the super chat. Gracie Love Strategies, the girl next door. Thank you very much. Let's see, you have a question here. Sorry, I didn't pop up in the super chat up there. Sometimes it's interesting because the super chat will pop up here on the live, and then yours was only down in the live chat box down here. So I apologize. Okay. LexisNexis quote unquote verified bankruptcy after sending a letter saying they couldn't verify me. How is that even possible, right? Oh, we can't verify who you are. Oh, we verified this is yours, though. This is the nonsense that they do, right? That's great. You're telling me this story. Send that over to the CFPB saying, hey, they weren't able to verify that I am who I say I am, yet they were able to verify that this bankruptcy was mine. This is clearly inaccurate, and they're not able to verify any of this. I demand that this be deleted immediately under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Or you're going to have to, potentially get litigious. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. It popped up here in the live so I can actually see it. So I apologize if someone is putting super chats in there and I'm not seeing them. Just point it out if I do, but I see this one, Cheryl. Okay. Wow. Bankruptcy deleted with LexisNexis. CFPB disputes follow suit. What should I do next? So TransUnion is the only one. Okay. So if you have deletions, Cheryl, from the other bureaus, send those in to TransUnion and let them know and show them, right? Show them that this needs to be removed. Also, Cheryl, have you moved since your bankruptcy? This is the big thing. If you move from, since your bankruptcy, you've got to update that address. Okay. You've got to make sure that's the main address up there and try and get the other one off of there. Okay. It's removed from LexisNexis. So with TransUnion, the actual report and Cheryl, the actual report on TransUnion, you need to get your actual report on there. It says they verify with LexisNexis. All you got to do is highlight it. Say, hey, you verify with LexisNexis. This is my LexisNexis. There's nothing in LexisNexis. If you're verifying a quote unquote bankruptcy that's not in LexisNexis, I'm going to have to move forward and get litigious. You see the proof, right, Cheryl? You know what I'm saying? So you know it's not in LexisNexis. You see that it's not in LexisNexis, and they're quote unquote just pencil whipping it, doing through this eOscar system, right? So what I would say, there's no eOscar. Don't use the eOscar, the demand letter, right? No eOscar. If you investigate it properly rather than use your eOscar system, you would know that not only have I done my own independent investigation, not only have it been removed from LexisNexis, like you can add things here, right? You say that you verify with LexisNexis, and I see that it's not on LexisNexis anymore. I'm showing you proof, all right, that your company would not be able to claim this as quote unquote verified, okay? And then it quotes on case law and all this stuff as well. Cushman versus TransUnion. Stephenson versus Equifax. Let's see, Richardson versus Equifax. Stephenson versus Experian. All that stuff, okay? And email me, okay? Email me because I have another super chat here. What's the wait time for bankruptcy that has been dismissed to dispute removal? You can do that immediately. And there is a special letter for that as well, okay? There's a special letter. Yep, Bassett versus Transient. Is it Bassett? Stephenson versus Experian, Richardson versus Equifax, and Cushman versus TransUnion. Cushman versus TransUnion. All right. There is a special dismissed bankruptcy letter that we have, and it talks about how things that may not have been properly adjudicated, or let me see here. Get my dismissed BK letter. All right. The law is very clear and states from date of adjudication to date of order of relief, okay? These things don't happen in dismissed bankruptcy cases, okay? You have no right to maintain information which government has deemed non-existent. It is only fair in accordance with section 1618A5 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You delete this from my credit report and send me an updated copy, all right? You can do dismiss bankruptcy immediately. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Sharika McCoy. Okay, this is what you're asking for the original creditor to quote unquote verify it with contracts, with that ability. Okay, charge-offs from original creditors come off, collections come off, bankruptcies come off, all these negative items come off. Sharika McCoy, that's what we're asking them to do, verify. That's the question we posted. Shouldn't they be able to? They should be able to. They're not able to. They're not playing by the rules. They're not playing by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. That's the whole point. So send your disputes in. Get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off of there. My opinion, I filed bankruptcy last month when I freeze LexisNexis. You can freeze LexisNexis now. It's all good. William McCoy, you can send out letters for your family. That's fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, my lawyer gave me bad advice and I filed Chapter 13 and it never was completed, but still in my report. Thoughts? Yes, dispute that, dismiss Chapter 13, Tasha. It's not helping you. You're not going through it. It's not active. It's just there. And like I went through the dismiss bankruptcy letter. You can do that. Okay, you absolutely can do that. Also, I'm putting my email here. Okay, I'm getting a fair amount of super chats, which is great. It allows me to see these questions quickly, and then I start to talking about them and giving them the time. But I'm putting my email address in here as well. So if I miss any questions, comments, concerns, please, please, please email me. Okay, I will get back to you. James Bowers, disputing a collector, right? About a loan for a vehicle never received. Should I send validation letter? Yes, you can send your validation letter. Add that in there. You never received it. You never took possession of this car. You didn't, whatever it is, it appears you didn't want that loan, right? Correct? Is that what's what? And you can absolutely let the CFPB know at Better Business Bureau, okay? And feel free to email me if you need, because I'm kind of interested in how that worked for you, how you got a loan, but you never took the vehicle. Did you give them that receipt back? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I pulled out this loan, or I pulled out this cashier's check. I'm giving it back to the bank or whatever. What happened there? Do you have proof of that kind of stuff? Car broke down the first day and I took it back. Okay. So whatever contract there is, there often is a cooling period. Okay. A cooling period, like 5 days or whatever it is, in whatever state you're in. And so that might have not have been a finalized contract. Okay. And again, this is not legal contract law or anything like that, any legal advice, but you might want to take a look and see what that contract states. All right. Hold on. I have to get rid of a couple of lines. Sorry about that. Just had to. Okay. Apologies. All right. Expecting a delivery, Jerome. Right. Very interesting. It's almost been about 30 minutes. I'm going to have to get this delivery. All right. Get back to the disputes, get back to all this good stuff. All right. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at the awesomelifegroup.com. I'm putting my email address in here again. Okay. Feel free to email me. All right. I appreciate you all so very, very much. Hit the subscribe, try button and the bell for notifications. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.